Ano po yung guarantee na yung mga nabigyan natin ng amnesty hindi na babalik sa bundok? Alam mo, sa NPA.
Normally, kami mga military, pagka nagkakaroon po ng enkwentro, matagal po ang enkwentro. Pero yung isang baril, kunyari, mayroong tumumba, mayroong pumupulot na unarmed. So yung combatant doesn't mean na mayroon siyang baril. Kasi ang ano po natin, ang configuration,
Teka muna.
Sir, ito yun. No?
Pupunta sa gera yung combatant na walang baril. Pag mayroong tinamaan dyan na sundalo o kasama niya, akin na, ako naman. Ganon?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pelikula?
Actually, sir,
I don't think so.
Sir, actually, sir, yan ang tinatawag namin kintakasi.
I know, sir, but the only, you're in the military, right? Define combatant. Define combatant.
Combatant can be the actual
Yes.
Individuals
Yes.
holding the firearms.
Holding firearms. So, ibig sabihin, meron siyang firearms.
Yes.
So your definition, galing sa'yo, your definition of combatant is someone holding a firearm.
Yes.
So, where is that firearm ng combatant na sumurrender na binigyan 100,000? Dapat magmamatch yan. Galing na mismo sa'yo, combatant is the one holding the firearm.
Do not tell us that we are corrupt.
I'm not saying you are corrupt. What I'm saying here is, meron pong mga tao dyan sa loob ng inyong organization. I'm not saying you are corrupt. I'm saying there are people there that are not doing their job or maybe they're involved in corruption. Because if they're not involved, common sense lang po ito, Secretary Galvez. Pag nagsabi ka ikaw ay combatant, di ba combatant meaning meron kang baril. So kung meron kang baril, isusurrender mo yung kapalit ng 100,000.
Your Honor, the categories of the firearms is not only individual firearms. We have also cruiser weapons. That cruiser weapons, meron po yung mga 5 o 6 po yung tao na.
Then sana magmamatch pa rin. Isama mo na yung machine gun, isama mo cruiser weapon, kung ano pa mang weapon, sa kasama na dapat din.
But I definitely take offense, Senator, that you are already telling us that there is a corruption. I believe that is not a correct accusation to us.
Well, sir, I'm sorry.
Okay, are you in favor of President Duterte's plan?
I am not in favor. I strongly reject his proposal.
All right. Bang nakikita ko sa TV,
Ang
yung
tanong
mga
din-
sinusurrender nila, parang mga kalawang na yun.
Ang tanong din ano yung mga baril na yon? Baka mga paltik na revolver? Or baka naman 26,000 din yung baril na nakuha nila, kailan ni-recycle?
Almost. Kasi sabi nga ni Senator Amy, paano naman meron isang taong rebelde, walang armas, walang bakal, paano lalaban naman yun? Diba? Kung batuta nga lang ang dala nun, bukang hindi yata.
O baka ang dala nung palo-palo. How many firearms have been surrendered by the surrenderies and how many surrenderies you have so far? Gusto ko pagbanggain kung tama ba yung numero. Hindi? Then may problema tayong malaki, napakalaking problema.
Nakita mo yung mga sinusurrender ang sasagwa hindi naman yun ang baril nila Ang gaganda ng baril nila, talo pa tayo 50,000. Ang daming perang binibigay. Talaga bang sulit ito para sa ating mamamayan? Tunay ba yung mga nagsusurrender at talaga ba yung kasangkapan na ginagamit ang siyang binibigay sa pamahalaan o mga tulad ng maraming nagsasabi, puros kalawang na lang na bakal?
Hearing today is called in accordance with the government's commitment to the attainment of a comprehensive and lasting peace. Granting amnesty is a step in the right direction of what has been a long and storied journey in the peaceful resolution of armed conflict. Army, Alex Bongkea Brigade, Communist Party of the Philippines, New People's Army, National Democratic Front, Moro Islamic Liberation Front, and the Moro National Liberation Front.
Tuwing linggo po sa misa, ang batian po natin sa isa't isa, kung kayo po'y Katoliko, ay peace be with you. Ito po ay napakahalagang bahagi ng misa kung saan ang sambayanan ay nanyayahan ng pari na magbigay ng kapayapaan sa isa't isa. And that is what we are here to do now. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Lahat po tayo gusto ng kapayapaan sa buhay. And of course, it follows that nobody wants to be in conflict. Nobody wants to take arms against his fellow Filipino. Rebels were not born for that purpose, but they are born in an environment where they were slowly drawn into such way of life. Ito naman po talaga ang nakakalungkot Kasi kung tutusin, karamihan ng mga involved ngayon sa armed conflict, hindi pa pinanganak nung nagsimula itong mga rebellion ng kanilang mga grupo. At ang karamihan na nagsimula, ang nagpasimuno ng mga alita na ito ay nagsimatayan na mayapa na, in short. Samantala mga sumunod na henerasyon, tuloy pa din ang pagkikipagdigma sa isa't isa at malayo sa kapayapaan. Ang papapatuloy ng armed conflict po natin ay parang alitan sa mga pamilya na hindi na nila alam bakit ito nagsimula. Pero nadagdagan ang alitan. Hindi po ito natatapos dahil minsan bit-bit po ng magkabilang panig ang hinanakit ng nakaraan. And that is what the present House concurrent resolutions on the granting of amnesty is all about. To forgive and to heal past wounds. Forgiveness is the first step to lasting peace. And I'm all for this. I'm in support of the peace process. I'm in support for healing our country. Amnesty will give a fresh start for our dear rebels. And you know what? This is not just our rebels, but for the nation also. It allows our nation to be peace from within. This amnesty will definitely benefit everyone. But as it with everything that we do here, it will be a good idea if it is implemented properly. And I have some concerns. Again, I have some concerns that I hope we could address today regarding our amnesty program. First, the proper selection of the grantees of the amnesty must be clear and purposeful. The intent of the law should be reflected in the selection process. Dapat po may clear parameters and guidelines on these matters so that the grantees will be legitimate returnees and not pawns in the conflict sent to sow further discord. What parameters are being followed by the National Amnesty Commission? How are the local amnesty boards selected? And what is its composition? Second, we have to ensure that there are follow-up programs for our returnees. Last year, the Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity, or OPAP-RU, was granted a substantial budget of 7 billion pesos, which is a jump from the average 1.9 billion pesos in budget it used to have. The budget covers the National Amnesty Commission. How will this budget be utilized? 7 billion pesos. And the Pamana projects or the Payapa at Masaganang Pamayanan projects in the past, how successful were they? According to Presidential Peace Advisor Secretary Carlito G. Galvez Jr., 5 billion pesos will be allocated for Pamana projects for socio-economic interventions to ensure change lives and transform communities. I hope that this will be complete follow-through for the amnesty program. Finally, let us learn from the successful peace processes in other countries and how they utilize amnesty as part of the peace process. A model of that we have been following is the Good Friday Agreement, or the Belfast Agreement, that ended most of the violence in Northern Ireland. In the said agreement, they incorporated amnesty as a final step to the decommissioning and normalization of security arrangements in Northern Ireland, and this has been proven to be successful. Mr. Chair, this amnesty is not meant to condone criminal acts, nor it is a softer stance against terrorism. Rather, this is meant to weaken terrorism. Hopefully, by taking away its followers and showing that there are alternative options to living outside the rebel groups, terrorist operations will be crippled and ultimately cease. This ultimately is our dream. This is what I want for our uniformed personnel, for them to be involved in less armed conflict from within our country. We hope that after decades of conflict, we can finally see an end to this internal conflict. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
And we are repairing here the thousands of MLLF, MILF, Kapatiran, and former rebels from the CPP, NPA, NDF who already laid down their arms. We have a total of 20,478.
During the time of President Cory?
We don't remember any.
What about President Ramos? How many?
During the President Ramos and also President Estrada, we have granted.
Did they grant amnesty to?
Yes, sir.
What rebel group?
Sir, the previous proclamation 347, all rebels and insurgents.
President Ramos.
Yes, sir. We have 348 AEP and PNP, 723 RAM SFU, then also 724 for all rebel insurgents.
President Estrada.
President Estrada issued for amnesty proclamation to different rebel groups,
To
particularly
different rebel groups.
he continued the proclamation 347 of President Ramos, reopening and extending the proclamation issued by FBR.
The last 18 Congress was not implemented. Is this true? Why is that so? It was concurred. It was already concurred by both houses of Congress, but was not implemented.
Yes,
Why is
because
that so?
because the NAC was appointed during the time of President Marcos.
Excuse me.
The membership of the National Amnesty Commission was appointed during the time of President Marcos already, and also the proclamations 1093, 94, 95, 96 expired because it was given only 1 year.
Okay, how sure are we that if we concur with these proclamations, this will be fully implemented?
Number one, Your Honor, is that the National Amnesty Commission is fully constituted. They already constituted also the local amnesty boards, and they are going around already for the information and education of the different rebel groups.
Okay.
For the MNLF, we have an estimated 2,000.
2,000?
Yes, sir. For the RPE,
What is it,
RPM,
Alex Bocayao?
yes, sir. We have expected 1,200.
Mm-hmm.
And then also for the CPP, NPA, NDF, more or less 39,000 already surrendered.
39?
39,000.
Okay.
And we are expecting that their regulars, more or less 70,000, so we also apply for the amnesty.
Eh, yung mga firearms nila.
Sir, the firearms of the CPP, NPA already surrendered during
How many?
We will ask the AEP.
Eh, paano yung mga bulok na mga baril na sinusurrender nila? Paano? Well, usually that's the case. Mga hindi na napapakinabangan ng mga firearms.
Sir, actually, sir, yung mga sinurrender na firearms ng CPP, honestly, sir, medyo, sir, magaganda. Sir.
Serviceable pa?
Yes,
Is
sir,
it
yes, sir.
still serviceable?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the expected impact of this amnesty grant to the rebel forces and the overall campaign against the rebellion and secessionist movement?
So it will have a very significant impact, considering that it might give them the signal to really most of them who are still out there to really lay down their arms and also surrender.
There is also a level of confusion with regard to the amount of money and the various benefits to be given. $2,400 or assistance of 21,000 pesos, 15,000 immediate livelihood assistance, 50,000. Ang daming perang binibigay. Talaga bang sulit ito para sa ating mamayan? Tunay ba yung mga nagsusurrender at talaga ba yung kasangkapan na ginagamit ang siyang binibigay sa pamahalaan o mga tulad ng maraming nagsasabi, puros kalawang na lang na bakal? Eto nga ang nais nating malaman. Sa ngayon, apakalaki na ng nagastos natin, 2.613 billion po sa transitional assistance pa lamang. Laki-laki ng pera. So, kinakailangan malaman natin yung update dito dahil nga nauwi sa napakaraming delay. Sa 10 taon na to 2024 na po tayo. Nag-umpisa to dapat 2014.
For the information of the Honorable Senator Amy Marcos, as of this date, we already had 26,132 MILF combatants that already been decommissioned, and 4,625 firearms had been also decommissioned.
Napakakonti naman ng baril. Di ba dapat halos magkapareho yung number niyan? Alam nga naman sundalo at combatant walang baril.
Yes, Your Honor, that's also the sentiment of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, that they also want to have a 1:1. That's why we are also comparing.
Nakita mo yung mga sinusurrender ang sasagwa hindi naman yun ang baril nila eh. Ang gaganda ng baril nila, talo pa tayo eh.
That was what I was asking a while ago.
Di ba kanina? Sabi
They
nga,
were surrendering unserviceable firearms, rusty firearms.
Then tanong ko, ba't natin tinanggap yun? 22,000 na walang baril.
Sir, Madam, we have.
Dapat hindi natin tinatanggap pag walang dalang baril, di ba? Kasi hindi naman makatotohanan na lumalaban siya na walang dalang bakal.
That makes sense, Secretary Alves. How did you accept the rebels without returning any firearms?
Sir,
The government.
the position of the armed forces and also with the government is that we are pushing to the implementing panel, because the implementing panel, the GPH and the MILF, we convey to them that the desire of the armed forces of the Philippines and also the security sector is to have 1:1, meaning one combatant for one firearms. They averred that the organic firearms that the MILF had is only 7,000, meaning there are three categories of the ownership. One is personally owned, one is organic owned by the MILF, and the others are being loaned from other sources. So we have also a comprehensive program on how we could manage to recover their personal firearms through the ASPIRE. We have already asked some localization of the governors. In fact, we already implemented it in Basilan, wherein
Sorry, Mr. Chair.
the localization implementation of the normalization program is that we involve the local government units, especially the governors.
But as we are well aware, there's quite serious tension between the BARM and the LCEs. So,
So that-
exactly how is this operable?
Sir, Ma'am, Your Honors, we deem it important that the normalization be localized through the involvement of the governors, because we hear their sentiments that in the decommissioning and also in normalization they were not involved, and true enough with their sentiments, we have some sort of a consultation with them, and we this year we are implementing the localization of normalization with the involvement of all the governors in the PARM. In fact, Your Honors, we already completed the program with we initiated the program with Basilan, and last February 1 and 2, we talked with Governor Adjong and also the Vice Governor of Lanao del Norte, holding the troops of Commander Bravo, so that we can have also the localization. In that aspect, Madam, your concerns will be fully addressed.
Pero ang realidad, Secretary Galvez, ang totoo, nakaka-10 years na po tayo at mahigit konting 60% pa lamang ang na-achieve natin. 26,000 pa lamang. Ang pagkaalam ko, yung target dapat 44,000. Kasi yun na nakalista. Ang ibig sabihin nito, another 18,000, another 7 years bago tayo matapos.
Madam, the CAB...
Ang pagkaalam ko, dapat matapos to bago magka-eleksyon ng 2025.
Yes,
Yun ang
madam.
usapan, di
Yes,
ba?
Yes, Madam.
But at the rate you're going, palagay ko, it will take 7 to 8 years kasi ang bagal eh.
Ma'am, we would like to clarify that the CAB was signed 2014, but the BOL was only ratified 2019. So we started the decommissioning in 2019, but it was pushed back for 3 years because of COVID-19. 2020, we have already, in 2019, we were able to fully decommission the second batch. Uh,
The total of how many? First batch tsaka second batch?
First batch is 12,000, madam.
O, tapos?
And then the third batch is 14,000. But
Hindi, yung second muna. Yung
the,
sinasabi mong natapos.
the first batch is the ceremonial of 145. The second batch is the 12,000. And then the third batch is 14,000. So we were able to complete the third batch only last August 2023 when we declared that the pandemic is already over. So
Yes.
meaning
Secretary Galvez, as you're fully aware, the cries for an independent Mindanao have been revived very forcefully
madam.
by former President Duterte as well as former Speaker Pantaleon Alvarez. That being the case, it's incumbent upon us to do this as quickly and as thoroughly as possible. I understand from you that you have now initiated an effort to involve the local chief executives who have been very discomfited by the entire effort.
yes, yes, madam.
Kasi lagi lang ginagamit yung mga BTC lamang. Wala namang mga organisasyon na malaman kung sino talaga yung combatant, sino talaga yung totoong MILF na sundalo. So, nais kong malaman, what other steps are we taking to make certain that we in fact meet this 2025 deadline? Malapit-lapit na yan, isang taon na lang.
Yes, madam. For this year, we are so happy to inform you that the DBM already released the 448 million intended for more or less 6,000 last December 29. This is coming from the unprogrammed fund of 2023.
I'm a little bit lost. Bakit pera ang sinagot mo?
Because the commission did.
Ang laki-laki na nga ng ginastos wala namang pakinabang, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang paputok.
Tanong ko lang, how secured yung pinaglalagyan ng mga armas na sinurrender? And my question, follow-up to that is, how many firearms have been surrendered by the surrenderies and how many surrenderies you have so far? Gusto ko pagbanggain kung tama ba yung numero. Hindi? Then may problema tayong malaki, napakalaking problema. Namimigay kayo ng pera sa cash transfer or cash assistance, baka naman walang baril na dala is batuta lang o pat-pat, bibigyan agad ng cash. Dapat magkabanggaan yun.
That was what Senator Amy Marcos was asking a while ago. Ano ba yung ratio? Kung merong 40,000 surrenderies,
40,000 na baril dapat.
dapat 1:1.
Or more.
Or more.
Or
yes.
more.
Or more. Kasi sabi nga ni Senator Amy, paano naman meron isang taong rebelde, walang armas, walang bakal, paano lalaban naman yun? Di ba? Kung batuta nga lang ang dala nun, mukhang hindi yata.
O baka ang dala ng palo-palo.
Senator Rafi, ang pagkasabi sa atin, 26,132 ang nag-surrender.
Okay.
Ang armas na nahagip, 4,625
Oh, my goodness.
Ang
Malayo.
saksakan ng layo.
There's a big
Oo.
discrepancy with regard to the ratio. No?
Or baka naman 26,000 din yung baril na nakuha nila, kailan ni-recycle. Benenta o
Out
binalik.
of these 4,000 rifles or whatever, ilan yung serviceable doon? Lahat yun serviceable?
Yes, sir. 4,600.
Are you sure? Kasi
Yes,
yung mga nakikita ko sa TV,
Ang
yung
tanong
mga
din,
sinusurrender nila, parang mga kalawang na yun.
ang tanong din ano yung mga baril na yon? Baka mga paltik na revolver?
Normally, they've surrendered the cruiser weapons. Sir.
Ano nga po?
Uh,
Carbine?
81 mm mortars, 50 caliber machine guns.
Wag na yung mga machine guns. Ano po yung mga M16?
M16, yes. Sir.
Marami? Ano yung karamihan?
Majority, sir, M16, sir. At saka M14.
Okay, excuse me, Senator Tulfo. Meron tayong representative from the MILF. Maybe you can shed light.
Marami kasing nagdududa, bulok na yung baril, tapos ang tatanda raw ng mga combatants na hindi naman daw totoo. How do we authenticate and verify in all cases, both with regard to the weaponry as well as to the identity of the said combatants?
Yung weapons, as mentioned by the good secretary, it is not really 1:1. Many of the weapons that the combatants used are not the organization's property. And therefore, there is another program to ensure that these privately owned weapons can also be submitted or given to the authorities.
Ang
But
sinasabi ninyo, kapag personal, hindi kailangan i-surrender. Tago pa rin nila kasi personal nila, hindi naman MI. Tama
yes, the
ba?
commitment, Your Honor, is for those that are owned by the organization.
So yung personal, tatago pa rin nila.
It will be
Kaya
under
pala
a different.
sinasabi, yung maganda, nasa kanila pa eh. Yung bulok, yun lang sinusurrender.
There is another program, Your Honor, and I think that is what the good secretary is referring to.
May nabanggit po si Secretary na yung ikatlong kategorya ng mga baril, tungkol daw sa baril na pinahiram lamang na kung sino. Sino nagpapahiram ng baril sa Mindanao?
Sympathizers, Your Honor. So some are owned by members themselves and some are owned by non-members who may sympathize with the cause of the MILF.
So kung sympathizers, okay lang na itago pa rin nila yung baril. Hindi
They-
rin sakop nito.
I think, Your Honor, that is the target of the other program, those that are not owned by the organization, but there is still a program to ensure that these weapons are brought to the.
What do you mean another program? So kaya kakapiranggot lamang ang na-surrender kasi yung sinasabi lang MILF property. Yung personal, lusot. Yung pinahiram ng sympathizer, lusot din. Ganun ba?
Hindi, I would not say lusot, Your Honor, because I think government is also extending effort to implement the other program that will allow these weapons to be brought to the authorities.
With all due respect to Senator Marcos, if I may, how will the government know if itong mga baril nito personal at hindi pagmamayari ng organization ninyo?
I think that will be there is a target.
Ano to, tiwalaan lang? O, ito akin to, ito sa ano? Tiwala na lang, ganun lang ba yun?
Because, Your Honor, I don't think we also have an inventory of all those that are privately
Of course,
owned.
syempre lahat ng mga personal use ng inyong members, walang permit yan. Lahat yan illegal. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor. So the program would allow small arms to be registered, and those that cannot be registered can be part of a, I don't know
Bakit
what
hindi
the
nyo na
program
lang
is called.
isurrender lahat, whether personal yan o pagmamayari ng organization? Kung talagang sincere kayo na magbalik loob sa gobyerno, ay surrender nyo na lahat. Pati yung mga binigay ng mga sympathizers ng MILF. Why don't you surrender it, everything to the government? Yes, Secretary Galvez.
Sir, we have a simultaneous program with the decommissioning. We called it SALWN, meaning the SALW program, the Small Arms Weapons Registration. That's why we choose Basilan, because we would like to praise Basilan Governor Jim Hataman, because he was able to implement the SALW, wherein 4,500 firearms had been fully registered, and it was agreed that these firearms later will be handled in some sort of a swapping with the socioeconomic programs. In fact, there are instances that two MILF groups, they surrendered high-powered firearms after they were settled with the RIDO, and we saw that the power of the governor, the influence of the governor with the MILF and the MLF, we were able to gather the firearms. In fact, we have also a program on National Task Force on Anti-Private Armed Group, wherein the AAP and the PNP were directed by both the SILG and the DND to recover all the loose firearms.
Okay, are you in favor of President Duterte's plan?
I am not in favor. I strongly reject his proposal.
All right.
Magkano pong binibigay na cash assistance sa bawat surrendery po?
For the MILF, we are giving 100,000
100,000.
unconditional cash transfer.
100,000. Okay, ilan po yung surrendery?
We term it decommissioned, Your Honor.
Hindi, ilan po yung nag-surrender na nabigyan ng 100,000 each?
26,132.
26,132. Ilan po yung baril?
We have 4,625.
4,000. So, 26,000 ang nabigyan ng 100,000 each at ang kapalit ay 4,000 na baril. Hindi ho ba kayo nag-conduct na investigation bakit ganito kalaking discrepancy? At ano po naging result ng inyong investigation? At meron ho bang nanagot? Meron ho bang nasibak?
Sir, actually, sir, that's our demand to the implementing panel, considering that as we have said, we have a security judge.
Sorry sir, sorry. Ang tanong ko po, nag-conduct na ho ba kayo ng investigation? Kasi ang laking pera po dito and discrepancy. 26 versus 4,000. We're talking about the hundreds of millions na dito siguro.
Sir, we investigated the documents of our agreement and we have not seen any document that...
Kaya nga po, yung nag-disburse ng nagbigay ng pera, 100,000 each surrender na umabot ng 26,000, sino po yun? Sino-sino yun? Kasi ang gagawin nyo lang po, 26,000, 100,000 each. 2.6 billion. Tapos 4,000 lang yung baril na, di ba kapalit yan baril, di ba? So, sino ho yung namigay ng pera, nag-abot ng pera, nag-process ng mga surrender?
It was the DSWD who processed, but the IDB...
No,
the one
it not be the DSWD. Dapat kayo po sa military para kayo po nagbe-bet to make sure na ito'y talagang surrendery. Di ba? Bago nyo sana bigyan ng pera, nasa inyong baril. Pera kapalit ng baril. 100,000 po itong pinag-usapan natin, hindi po ito 1,000.
Based on the agreement, Your Honors, we have commissioned the International Decommissioning Body,
Kaya nga po,
including the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
kaya nga po, sino nga po itong members, itong mga membro ng body? Ulitin ko pong tanong ko huwag na ho tayo magpaikot-ikot, sir. Pag binigyan sila ng 100,000 ng DSWD, dapat may kapalit yan na baril. Tama?
This is not the
Hindi sir, ganun dapat talaga, di ba? Dapat nagmamatch. Ba't ka magsusurrender kung wala ka namang baril? Kung magawa-gawa lang ng istorya na ako ay MILF.
Your Honor, we are implementing the peace agreement. The peace agreement does not specify.
Well, then sir, ba't kayo pumayag? Then wag nyo sana i-release yung 100,000. Di ba sir? Ganun lang kasimple. Hindi nyo sana ni-release yung 100,000 doon sa nagsusurrender na walang baril na kapalit. Ganun lang po yun eh. Kasi kung hindi natin implement yung ganung klaseng polisiya, anybody can come to you and said, ako po yung magsusurrender, ako po yung MILF. Ganun ba? Halika, ito yung 100,000. Punta ka sa DSWD, ito yung papel na pakita mo doon para bigyan 100,000. So, naglulukuhan po tayo. 2.6 billion unaccounted for. Saan po napunta to? Kasi kung ganito rin lang, ako po isa sa mga gagawa ng hakbang na bawasan po yung budget ninyo from 7 billion, tumaas pa nga kayo, 1 point something billion. You started with 1.9 billion, now 7 billion. Sa kabila nitong kapalpakan na nangyari. Nabigyan pa kayo ng increase, kumbaga, ang kakapal naman po ng mukha nyo dyan. Sorry ha, ang kakapal ng mukha nyo. Meron na nangyaring anomalya. Para sa akin, this is a big anomaly. May nangyari ng anomalya, may gana pa kayong humingi ng increase. Baka next year, hingi pa kayo, gawin nyo pang 12 billion. Gawin na natin 50 billion. Gusto mo, 100 billion na lang.
Sir, the agreement was made during the time of President Aquino. And we are just implementing the...
Oo nga po, sir. Pero nandun pa sa agreement na kahit na wala kang baril, tumaas ka lang kamay, sabi mo lang MILF ka, bigyan ka 100,000. Nakalagay pa sa agreement na yun, show me.
The agreement says that the 40,000 will be decommissioned. The number of 40,000...
Sir, you're hearing me, but you're not listening to me. Tinutumbok ko po dito yung anomalya. Kasi po, di ba, pag nag-surrender yung isang MILF, na-decommission na siya, anong patunay na siya ay member ng MILF? Ang isang patunay dyan yung baril para mabigyan siya ng cash assistance na 100,000 pesos. So therefore, pag may pupunta sa inyo dyan, nagsabi, MILF, surrendery ako, nasaan yung baril mo? Alam naman ang pupunta sila, may dala-dalang batuta lang o may dalang gulok. MLF ako, ito ang armas ko, gulok. Itong 100,000, hindi man siguro ganun po, di ba? Common sense lang po yun. So malaking anomalya. Kaya nga po, kung ako dapat sa sitwasyon mo, may nasibak na, may nakulong na. Totoo yan. Kasi laki anomalya eh. 40,000 versus 4,000. 46,000 versus 132 versus 4,000.
Follow-up question lang in line with the question of Senator Tulfo. Kanino niya ba binibigay 100,000? Sa surrender ba mismo o sa organization?
Combatant, the IDB fully identified and verified the identity. In fact, they can.
Mismo sa
Yes, sir.
surrendery?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi meron mga aligasyon na merong mga hindi maabot na total na 100,000. May mga cut pa raw.
Sir,
At hindi talaga buo na 100,000 ang tinatanggap ng mga surrenderies.
based on the decommissioning process, most of them will have the biometrics, Your Honor.
Pinapipirma niya ba na
Yes, yes, sir.
nakakatanggap ng 100,000?
They have the biometrics ID. So it is fully identified by the IDB because the IDB is the one commissioned by the both panels.
Yeah.
And it is being given to the individuals, Your Honor.
Kasi nakakatakot niyan. Pagka sa organisasyon yung binigay 100,000 kada surrendery, baka naman lalo silang pinopondohan pa ng gobyerno yung kanilang recruitment plan.
Mr. Chair, okay, pwede magsingit. Ito lang po ang gusto kong mangyari. Gusto ko, kung merong susunod na hearing, yung result ng gagawin yung investigasyon ngayon, sino-sinong involved sa korupsyon. May korupsyon dito, whether you like it or not. Meron po, ang laking discrepancy. Mag-imbestiga po kayo, dapat may managot. Ang laking pera po dito, ang nawala sa gobyerno.
Your Honor,
Dahil kung hindi po, sa susunod na Senate hearing, patatapyasan ko kayo ng budget.
Your Honor,
You can count on me on that.
I could say that, proudly say that there is no corruption in this decommissioning. We are just following the agreement.
Sir,
Do not tell us that we are corrupt.
I'm not saying you're corrupt. What I'm saying here is, meron pong mga tao dyan sa loob ng inyong organization. I'm not saying you are corrupt. I'm saying there are people there that are not doing their job or maybe they're involved in corruption. Because if they're not involved, common sense lang po ito, Secretary Galvez. Pag nagsabi ka ikaw ay combatant, di ba combatant meaning meron kang baril. So kung meron kang baril, isusurrender mo yung kapalit ng 100,000.
Your Honor, the categories of the firearms is not only individual firearms. We have also cruiser weapons. That cruiser weapons, meron po yung mga 5 o 6 po yung tao na.
Then sana magmamatch pa rin. Isama mo na yung machine gun, isama mo yung cruiser weapon, kung ano pa mang weapon, kasama na dapat din.
But I definitely take offense, Senator, that you are already telling us that there is a corruption. I believe that is not a correct accusation to us.
Well, sir, I'm sorry. I'll stand by what I said. Meron pong corruption dito. Masaktan ka, I don't care. I'm talking on behalf of the taong bayan. Kasi nga, sir, very clear ng discrepancy dahil kung hindi po talaga, kung wala po talagang korupsyon dito, sana nagmamatch tong numbers. Hindi po nagmamatch eh. At saka isa pa, dapat nag-imbestiga na kayo dati pa. Pinaliwanag nyo sa amin yung discrepancy. Ano nangyari? Yun lang po yun eh.
Your Honors,
Kasi we're talking of hundreds of thousands, may mga allegation pa nga, hindi nga natanggap daw yung pera.
Your Honor, we are there. We are validating all
Then prove to us na walang korupsyon. Then sabihin nyo sa amin bakit ganito kalaking discrepancy. Pag napaliwanag mo ng maayos, then babawiin kong sinabi ko rito.
Your Honor,
Mag-apologize pa ako sa'yo. Pero unless hindi mo ba ipaliwanag, then I'll stand by what I said, may corruption.
Your Honor, the commissioning body is an international body that really facilitated the decommissioning.
International bodies facilitating, pero sino nag-release ng pera? Tayo, Pilipino. DSW din nag-release ng
Yes,
pera.
but
To the recommendation of the body, kung ano may body sinasabi nyo.
actually the body will not say that the individual is already validated considering that international body is, those are experts from,
I know, sir, but the only, you're in the military, right? Define combatant. Define combatant.
combatant can be, the actual,
Yes.
individuals,
Yes.
holding the firearms.
Holding firearms. So, ibig sabihin, meron siyang firearms.
Yes.
So,
the
your definition, galing sa'yo, your definition of combatant is someone holding a firearm. So,
yes.
where is that firearm ng
Sir,
combatant na sumurrender na binigyan 100,000? Dapat magmamatch yan. Galing na mismo sa'yo, combatant is the one holding the firearm.
you have,
Where are the firearms?
sir, ito nga natin sa ano.
Hindi, last na, sir, ano? At saka isa pa, sir, hindi ka ba nabulabog dito? 26,000 surrenderies na bigyan ng 100,000, umabot ng 2.6 billion and 4,000 lang firearms. Kasi kung ako, sir, sorry, I'm not saying you're corrupt. Sinabi ko sa loob ng organisasyon. Kung ako, sir, mababahala na ako. Kung ako talagang hell break loose.
Sir, I have said earlier that the decommissioning of combatants have many process, including the decommissioning plus the SALW and also the DPAGs. DPAGs are the one in charge on those firearms that we considered as loose that had been given to the MILF and the MNLF. Those firearms that are personally owned, it will have a different program, and we believe.
So ang sinasabi niyo, sir, okay, nabanggit ang kanina personal. So may pupuntang combatant, may baril ako. Hindi ko surrender to kasi personal ko to. Ganun ba yung nangyari? Kaya yun yung difference ng 26,000 to 4,000 lang na baril. Kasi karamihan sa kanila personal, declared as personal firearms. Tulad sinabi kanina ni Ma'am Raisa. Or sympathizers.
Yes, Your Honor.
Pumayag kayo ng ganon? Eh di dapat, wag nyo bigyan ng 100,000. Dapat pera kapalit ng baril. So, sorry sir, then sabihin natin walang korupsyon. Okay. Then, katangahan. Again, I'm sorry for the word. Sorry for the word. Kasi, sige, tanggapin ko, yung difference is sa 26,000 sa 4,000 ay sapagkat karamihan doon ay may mga baril pero hindi sinurrender sapagkat personal use nila. O ba't tayo pumayag, sir? Kasi kung ako, sir, hindi ako papayag. Yun lang po. Sir, mag-imbestiga po kayo, sir. I'm not saying again you're corrupt. There is corruption here. Mag-imbestiga po kayo, sir. And dapat head should roll dito. Meron talagang kalokohan dito. Hindi mo i-admit yun, sir, pero I'll stand by what I said. Maliban na lang, sir, kung ikaw ay nag-imbestiga at napakita mo sa amin, klarong-klaro na kung bakit ganitong discrepancy, then babawiin kung sinabi ko. Pero kapag hindi nyo po napakita na ipaliwanag na maayos, I'll stand by what I'm saying here na there is corruption. And sa susunod po na hearing, pababawasan ko po yung budget ninyo. Pataas ng pataas 1.9 billion, naging 7 billion. Heck. Tapos baka next year, magiging 10 billion na. Wag naman po. I don't have anything against you, Secretary Galvez. I don't even know you. Yung sa akin, trabaho lang. May nakita akong kalokohan dito, pinupuna ko po. Wag ho kayo magalit. But magalit na kayo na magalit. I don't give a heck.
Sir,
What I'm doing is investigating native legislation. Kasi po talaga it doesn't match. Tatanggapin ko na lang kasi sabi ni Secretary Galvez, then I'll accept it as Bible truth or as factual. Anyway, sir, bago ko umalis, ito lang habiling ko. Please investigate anong nangyari dito sa napakalaking discrepancy. And then sino po yung mga taong nagkamali dito? Yung mga taong nagbigay ng pera o yung nag-process at nagbigay ng papel sa DSWD para mabigyan siya ng 100,000 each. And then, stop na po natin yung siguro if we need to change the law na kapag ikaw ay surrendery, pwede mo hindi surrender yung firearm mo kasi personal use mo yon. Kalokohan yun. Ba't ka nang surrender kung hindi mo isurrender yung personal firearm mo? So meron ka pa rin palang firearm. Pwede kang bumalik din. Pumunta sa pagiging member ng private army.
That was what I was saying a while ago, Senator Tulfo. Kung talagang gusto magbalik loob itong mga rebelde, di sana pati yung mga personal na gamit nila, kung yung mga binigay sa kanilang mga sympathizers sa organization, dapat isurrender na nila sa gobyerno para at least sincere sila na magbalik loob to return to the fold of the government. So, siguro we'll conduct another hearing. Before that,
So, Secretary Galvez, sir, sana sa susunod na hearing, mag-attend ako. Gusto ko po magbigay ka ng report sa committee na ito, yung inyo pong findings. Bakit po napakalaking discrepancy ito? Ano nangyari? Di ba? Yun lang po talaga. Kasi sa ngayon, kaya nainit ulo ko dahil hindi po naging klaro sa akin. Marami kayong binanggit ng mga body, foreign body, whatever. Still, for me, it doesn't connect. Para mag-connect para sa akin, kailangan masabi mo lang kung bakit nagkaroon ng ganito klaseng discrepancy. Pwede mo nang gamitin yung dahilan na lahat po yan dahil pinayagan namin na mag-surrender pero yung kanilang baril, huwag i-surrender. Yung nga sabi ni Senator Jinggoy, ba't mo pa i-declare ang surrender kung hindi mo pala i-surrender yung baril mo dahil i-declare mo na personal use? Do you agree, Secretary? Sir? Do you agree with me?
I agree with you, sir. But the problem in Mindanao, Your Honors, is really the mindset of the people. There is some sort of sir, actually nakita natin every election, nakita naman natin na meron ding mga private armed groups ang mga local officials. Kaya nga ano po namin, kaya nga po ang programa namin ginagawa ngayon in order to resolve this discrepancy is to involve the local government units, basically the governors, which we have seen a good result in Basilan, Your Honor. That
Sir, walang kinalaman dito yung mga governors. Ang may problema dito, yung mga nag-process ng mga surrenderies, ng mga combatants, kung tawagin nyo kanina. Combatants, in your definition, is the one holding
Yes.
the firearm.
yes,
Tama?
Your Honor, Your
So,
Honor.
anong kinalaman po ni Governor, ni Mayor?
Sir, ito po nga natin sa combatant sa MILF as an organization. Normally, kami mga military, pagka nagkakaroon po ng enkwentro, matagal po ang enkwentro. Pero yung isang baril, kunyari, mayroong tumumba, mayroong pumupulot na unarmed. So yung combatant doesn't mean na mayroon siyang baril. Kasi ang ano po natin, ang configuration, sir ito yun, no?
Teka muna. So, pupunta sa gera yung combatant na walang baril. Pag meron tinamaan dyan na sundalo o kasama niya, akin na, ako naman. Ganon?
Yes, sir.
Ano,
Yes, sir.
pelikula?
Actually, sir,
I don't think so.
Sir, actually, sir, yan ang tinatawag namin pintakasi. We call it, sa ano, sir, yung sa, I've been in Mindanao for long time. Ang ginagawa, nangyayari po,
So,
sir,
ibig sabihin, 22,000 of these combatants ay mga pentakasi
actually, sir, ganun sir na nangyayari, sir.
na nag-aantay lang na merong matumba,
Yes, sir.
may mamatay na kasama nila para iti-take over yung baril.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not in the military, pero I don't buy that. Sorry, I'm doing this in defense of the military as well. Kasi po, in fact, marami pang tatanungin later, pero later na lang, kung tutuusin, talaga medyo hesitant ako dito sa amnesty program. Ang dami na nilang pinatay ng mga sundalo, marami na mga nabiyuda, naging orphan. Dapat meron tayong matinding programa na to make sure na itong peace process na ito, amnesty program na ito, hindi mapagsamantalahan, not only from the other side, but also from within, na hindi magagamit ito sa korupsyon. Kawawa naman yung mga sundalo natin. Tapos, sasabihin natin, peace tayo ng peace. Pagkatapos, mag-ambush itong mga NPA. Tapos, ang palagi natin pinakikinggan, yung nasa Norway, yung patay na, sino yan? Dapat ang kinakausap ninyo, yung si Joe Masison, Netherlands. Dapat ang kinakausap nyo, yung mga kadre mismo sa mga iba't ibang probinsya. Hindi tayo nagpag-usap sa mga tao na nasa abroad. Sir, ilan na ang mga nabiyuda? Ilan na ang mga naging orphan? Dapat bigyan natin halaga yung buhay ng mga sundalo at mga polis natin. Huwag natin basta-basta na lang, sige, peace tayo, peace amnesty para, sorry again para pagkakitaan. And again, I'm not saying it's you. Huwag ko kayo maging masyadong defensive because I'm not referring to you. I'm referring to the body, to the organization na nagpo-process nitong pagsusurrender na para sa akin, paninindigan ko, pinagkakitaan. Hindi ho kayo naawa sa mga sundalo? Hindi kayo naawa sa mga polis?
Sir, I beg to disagree na pagkakitaan po sa rin decommissioning because I myself really implementing this. I would like to really to...
Then show me proof. Kasi pag
I will show
nakita ka sa
proof,
akin ng proof, then babawiin ko.
I will show proof, sir.
Sa susunod na hearing.
Yes, I will show proof that we are not corrupt.
Okay. Then show me proof that you're not corrupt. Again, I'm not saying you are corrupt. I'm saying merong corruption. Kung sino yan, that's your job to find out. Ba't ka nagagalit, Secretary?
Because you are accusing us that our organization is corrupt.
Yes, because napakalaking discrepancy. Kahit na siguro itong si Juan de la Cruz niya sa kalye, makita itong sobrang laking discrepancy. There is a problem here. And we're talking about billions of pesos here. Kung pinag-usapan na po dito ay 200,000, 2 million, pwede, I'll let it go. Pero if we're talking about by the billions, come on, sir. There's something wrong. I'm not saying that you're corrupt. I don't know, ba't ka nagagalit? Talaga merong corruption dito. I'll stand by what I said. There is corruption. Unless may prove nyo sa akin, then come back sa next hearing, prove to me na walang corruption, then ako mismo magsasabi wala palang corruption.
Okay, we will just...
And I would even apologize. Pero kapag hindi nyo po napatunayan sa amin, naging klaro sa amin, may account itong 2.6 billion, then I'll say, corruption is corruption. Period. Thank you.
Okay, we will just... thank you, Senator Tulfo. Senator...
Mr. Chair, may huling hirit lang ako, naalala ko bigla dahil nabanggit nga ni Senator Tulfo yung 7 billion budget ng OPAP, may additional 2.6 billion para sa decommissioning. Additional po ba yun o kalakip na nung 7B?
Mama, yung ano po natin, yung increase po is fully for pamana. This is a socio-economic project. Which
Ayun na nga, pero yung 2.6 may pamana rin nakapaloob doon eh.
actually, sir, ma'am, yung ano, yung...
O sige, i-breakdown na lang natin. Wag na tayong mag-away dito. Mas maigim na, nakatulad ng sinabi ni Senator Tulfo at yung hinihingi ko kanina, i-breakdown po natin yung 7 billion ng OPAP, yung 1.9 na lumabas sa 2.6, yung karagdagan na 440 million na karirelease po lamang ng DBM, at itong huli na naalala ko, meron pa pala kayong trust fund, yung multi-country donor support for the normalization project. At andito yung support mula sa iba't ibang bansa, katulad ng USAID, ng Japan at iba't iba pang mga bansa. Pwede bang malaman kung magkano yung nasa trust fund na natitira at yung mga dating naibigay, paano ginamit?
Mama, for the Pamana project, which comprises the increase, basically...
Hindi, kabisado namin yung pamana po. Tinatanong ko yung foreign funded trust fund. Magkano na riyan? At bakit hindi binibigay yung breakdown?
Mama, we will submit the complete report considering that we have many donors, including EU, Japan, and
Can you give me a rough estimate of how much money is involved?
for the EU, they
Hindi
provided...
lahat, yung total. Tsaka na lang yung breakdown. More or less.
I don't have the figure right now, Your
O
Honor.
para sa EU, for example.
EU, they have given the PD BARM. We called it
Hindi, magkano?
that is 24 million euros.
24 million euro. Tapos yung sa US,
US we have not received any from the US because they have given
o
it.
Japan,
Japan, we have some support, but it is being given.
Norway.
The funds
Yeah.
are not given to us, Your Honor.
Yeah. Ang mahalaga, katulad ng sinabi ni Senator Tulfo at ng chairman ko, talagang ibigay natin para maging transparent at walang turuan, walang sisihan. Dahil inaalam lang natin kahit donasyon yan, talagang kinakailangan na maging accountable pa rin po tayo. So at the earliest possible opportunity as requested by the chairman within 1 week, please submit the total funds that have been collected in the trust fund and the disposition thereof. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. We will submit.
Secretary Galvez, 1.4 billion, sabi mo 40 million euros, that's 1.4 billion.
Being it is a World Bank ang nagano po fund manager po niyan. Wala po sa amin po yan.
Wala.
Wala
Hindi,
po sa amin po yan.
hindi napunta sa inyo.
Hindi po napupunta po sa amin po yan. Kasi ang ano po yan, diretso po sa barn po na pupunta yan.
Pumunta sa BARM.
Yes po, ang ano po niyan is the SPA is being signed by myself, the DFA, and also with the Department of Finance. And the fund manager of this are World Bank and also the UNDP.
Pero kasama dapat sa trabaho niyo po, sir, na i-monitor to make sure na
Yes,
itong
yes,
pera
sir,
ay
yes,
well
sir.
spent.
Yes sir, actually
So,
sir,
give us an accounting of this 1.4 billion. Saan po napunta to? Paano ito
Actually,
na-disperse? Paano ito nagastos?
actually magaganda po yung yung programa, especially yung Japan. Ang programa nila recently na we have signed with the DFA is yung yung food for schools. They're giving food for students, 15,000 targeted students. At the same time, may local production po, yung food na ginagawa po nila is locally produced by the farmers.
Yeah, sabi nga po kanina ni Senator Amy, para hindi ko kayo pagdudahan, hindi ko kayo pag-isipan, dapat transparent po lahat. Dapat lahat documented.
Yes.
Kasi kung, sir, salita ka lang, sabi mo, the body, commission, pagdududahan talaga kayo, hindi nyo ako masisisi na I'll cry corruption. Because wala kayong mga dokumento, wala kayong mga ebidensya. So tulad nito, 1.4 billion, okay, sabi mo, pumunta sa BARM. Pero dapat, since dumaan sa inyo, o hindi dumaan sa kamay nyo, kasama sa trabaho nyo, i-monitor to make sure itong 1.4 billion were well spent money, hindi po napunta rin sa corruption on the other side.
Yeah.
Di ba, sir?
Bali po yung po yan, yung implementation po niyan is being implemented by the foreign fund managers, which is basically yung foreign fund managers are
Pero dapat, sir, mag-assisting kayo. Kasi
kasama po.
anong alam ng mga foreign bank managers sa proseso natin, sa kultura, sa tradisyon?
Actually
Pero
po sir,
trust fund, di ba nasa pangalan po ng AFP?
sir yung trust fund po, yung Bangsamoro National Normalization Trust Fund is being handled by the World Bank.
By the World Bank.
Yes po, bali po ang proseso po niyan, Your Honors, is that yung BARM at saka po yung yung foreign funder, mayroong mga intended na mga beneficiaries.
Pero sino pang nag-identify ng mga beneficiaries?
BARM po ang nag-identified.
But they go through you. Kasi kayong may trust fund.
Bali po lang po ang sa akin is para lang po sa special power of agreement para po ma-approvean po yung pondo na mai-transfer po doon sa BARM.
Kaya nga, pero meron dapat talagang
Meron po kami
proseso na kailangan dumaan pa rin sa inyo.
Yes po, bali po ang
Since dumaan sa inyo, dahil kasama sa trabaho ninyo na alamin to make sure na yung donation na dumarating from World Bank well spent, yung ibig sabihin.
Yes sir. Actually sir, we have the validation and monitoring. Kaya nga po may mga
So pakitanong lang po sa BARM paano po nagastos ng 1.4 billion? Pwede yung euros?
Yes sir, we will provide you this.
And all other donations?
Yes.
Kasi magdududa po yung tao pag hindi nyo po na-account to.
Yeah po.
Thank you, sir.
For information po Senator Tulfo, yung sa sir yung decommissioning po ng combatants, ang pera po is tinatransfer po natin sa DSWD. So wala po sa namin, sa opisina po namin.
Alam ko po yun, sir. Pero kayo po ang nag-identify. Tama? Hindi naman magbibigay ang pera ng DSWD kung walang go signal sa inyo.
IDB po ang nag-identify ng combatants.
Sir, kayo po ng sundalo, mga sa military, ang nagsasabi kung sino ang combatant o hindi.
Yes sir.
Exactly. And then through you, the DSWD will release the 100,000 pesos. Yun po yung sinasabi ko.
Yes, sir.
Kaya nga, sir, para hindi natin magpaikot-ikot, sa susunod na hearing, gusto ko po accounting of this 2-point-something billions. Dahil kung hindi, sir, nyo ma-account na mabuti, maasahan nyo po, harangin ko po yung nyo,
Yes, we will make a presentation, Your Honor.
budget.
We will make a presentation.
At last na lamang po,
Yeah.
paano po binivet pagbibigyan ng amnesty? Sa lahat na po, whether NPA and MILF,
May process of
For the applicants for amnesty, within 5 days upon the filing of the application, we refer the application to the NBI, to the AFP and PNP for vet, including the court and the prosecutors, who are members of the local amnesty board, sir. The court.
so very good. Kung ganun, okay sa akin yun. Kasi nandun yung AFP especially. Ano po yung guarantee na yung mga nabigyan natin ng amnesty ay hindi na babalik sa bundok? Halimbawa sa NPA, meron ba tayong mga programang malinaw to make sure na sila ay hindi na babalik sa dating gawi?
Insofar, sir, as the National Amnesty Commission, sir, wala po kaming guarantee. For the social programs, it is with the OPAPRU and other government agencies.
Okay. Ano pong programa meron tayo para masiguro na itong mga nabibigyan ng amnesty ay hindi na po mamundok muli?
Meron po tayong pong na-establish na transformation roadmap for the combatants, families, and their communities po, Your Honors. It has been approved by the Security and Justice and Peace Cluster.
Ito po naman nabibigyan ng amnesty. Lahat po ba? Kahit na siya ay ng rape, siya ay nagnakaw ng kalabaw, ng loob ng mga bahay para may pagkain yung kanyang grupo, kasama to sa nabibigyan ng amnesty?
Mayroon pong qualification, Your Honors, na yung mga crimes against chastity and also humanity, hindi po kasama po ito.
Okay. Kasi may mga balita, especially sa ABB, na balik loob sila, hindi sila monitor, then nagagamit sila kuminsan ng mga politiko, gun for hire. Nagagamit sila ng mga grupo sa assassination. Do we have a monitoring mechanism?
We have a very strong monitoring committee. We have the Joint Enforcement and Monitoring Committee. In fact, Your Honors, nandito po si Kaingka. Siya po ang head ng ABB. Na again, assure that wala pong ganun na nangyayari na bumabalik po sa ano.
Okay, Ma'am Maria. So, kayo po ang nagmo-monitor na para masiguro na yung nag-surrender at nakakuha na ng benepisyo sa ating gobyerno ay hindi na po mamumundok?
Opo.